Good ol' America, where the famous celebrities live and the food portions are gigantic. Have you ever been to the US? If so, where did you go? Did you like it? Well, we know a little bit about the US, and obviously we want to inform you about the places you might never want to visit. Remember, this is all a matter of opinion, so don't take this list as gospel. Maybe you'll see a place here that will surprise you. Let's jump in and see where you should not visit in the United States. First up, we have South Dakota. Listen, there is one thing to see here in South Dakota, and that is Mount Rushmore. Have you seen Mount Rushmore? We get it. It has the founding fathers, and I'm sure many people like to stare at the rocks. But other than that, there is nothing there. People have gone and haven't been able to find many other things that they like about the state, so we would say to give it a pass. If you want to live there, then you will be surprised to know that there are only 3 major cities. Yes, 3 in the whole state. You are totally capable of making a fantastic life for yourself where you want, but we would suggest going to a state that has a bit more going on. Otherwise, what are you gonna do the whole time? Sit in the grass? Where it's hot? Yeah, I don't think so. Next on this list is Minnesota. The snow is pretty to look at, but do you really want to go to a place that is just snowy and cold? Literally snow and cold only? Minnesota has the Mall of America, which many people rave about, but I don't think it warrants a visit to the state. Like I said, cold and snow is a no. The locals are really friendly, but there needs to be more than just friendly locals for me to want to go there. Also, Minneapolis was selected for the next WrestleMania, and the backlash that came out was like a tsunami hitting the shore, with so many people not wanting to go there. We can pretty safely assume that Minnesota is not that place. However, the Viking Stadium is kind of cool to look at. Have you been to the Mall of America? Is it worth all the hype? A part of me doesn't want to believe it. Now we have Alabama. Now we all know what song comes to mind when we hear Alabama, and I'm not gonna sing it. Nope, I'm not. Sweet Home Alabama. No, couldn't resist. Anyway, this state is obsessed with college football. They are incredibly prideful when it comes to their team, but with the NFL right there, does it really compete? When it comes to income, the median income is quite low, so you can imagine what it's like there. You won't get the big bustle and hustle of a city like New York in Alabama. Also, the locals are extremely proud to be from the Yellowhammer State, and that's great. We're happy you love your state, but it can get a bit much sometimes. Do you always want to sing that song too? Tell me you sang it as well when we listed off Alabama, so I don't feel like the odd one out. Now, Louisiana. Listen, we know Louisiana has New Orleans, and it's a very popular, well-known city, but what else is Louisiana known for? Tell me. That's right, not a whole lot. If a state comes to mind and you can only think of one city and not even anything overtly interesting about that city, then you know we've got a problem. Also, in polls where they rank healthcare, economy, education, infrastructure, and quality of life, Louisiana always trends to be near the bottom. That's not the kind of place you want to be spending your time, because you might not be having the time of your life. Next on the list is Michigan. Listen, with Canada right across the border, you might as well just go instead of stopping off in Michigan. Michigan is well known for their sports teams. That's it. Also, the violence is pretty up there with well-known facts about Michigan, but you can't really blame the state for that. It's not the state's fault. The state is very proud of Detroit, and that says a lot, because Detroit does not have a good reputation in the country. Again, you can't blame the city, but you really only want to go somewhere you feel comfortable. Also, the locals tend to be pretty moody and closed off, and I get that. You don't want to always talk to tourists because they ask a lot of questions. But it's not really helping on the whole tourism level. Have you been to Detroit? I know Detroit has brought out some really good rappers, but even they don't live there anymore. Keep watching to learn more about the places in the United States where you shouldn't go. You know we're just looking out for you, but also remember, this is just our personal opinion, so please do not take it seriously. Let's dive into Alaska, another state that is so close to Canada pretty much as a part of the country that we think you should just go to the Great White North if you want some snow. However, if you really think Alaska is the place for you, then you might want to know that it does not have a lot to do. That's right, I said it. It's super closed off from the rest of the states, so much so that a lot of the people don't even think they're really a part of the states. I mean, there is a town called Whittier, and and it has a population of 200 plus people. The weird thing is that everyone lives in one building called Biggich Tower. Also, all of the main resources are in that one building, so you don't even need to leave. Come on, that's weird. If you want to visit Alaska, then go for it. But just don't go to Whittier because it's just one building. Would you like to live in a town where you all lived in one building? I know I would. Arizona is up next. We all like a hot destination. It's just nice. You can go outside and sunbathe and grab a tan. Get away from the cold weather wherever you are and enjoy the water. However, when it's swelteringly hot, it is no longer fun. Arizona is just that. So hot that it's not fun at all. I mean, it's the desert, and that kind of heat is just unbearable. Besides that, Arizona has the Grand Canyon. Great, it's a lovely bit of Mother Nature. But what else comes to mind? Maybe Phoenix? But what is in Phoenix? Also, many people think, oh, we'll go to Arizona. It's not too far, but it's actually further than people realize, so they end up moaning and groaning about it all the way there, if they even make it that far. So many people just stay where they are and maybe make it to Vegas instead, because who doesn't love a bit of Sin City? Would you go all the way to Arizona, or would you stay in Vegas? Now, Idaho. What is Idaho known for? Come on, tell me. They say it's a fact they host a small portion of the Yellowstone National Park. But remember, it's mainly situated in Wyoming, so even their claim to fame isn't completely theirs. That's just sad, Idaho. It's like they're the outsider to a group of friends, and they're just saying they've done the same things to be a part of the conversation. It's okay, you just be your normal self, Idaho. We accept you. Overall, this state is extremely bland. I'm talking blander than plain oatmeal. Who is even surprised when Washington, Oregon, Montana, and Wyoming are all situated around it? It's like the middle child that nobody wants. The only place that really has a name is Boise, but even then, it hasn't won any prizes, and it's many years away from being a top-notch destination. So, will you be adding Idaho onto your list, or will you be asking, Idaho instead? What about Missouri? Despite that TikTok trend that has everyone singing Missouri in a cover of a Maroon 5 song, no one actually wants to go there. You have St. Louis, and that's great and all, but even they can save the reputation of the state. It gets even sadder when the whole state seems to be stuck in the 70s. Also, the locals haven't progressed very much either when it comes to their quality of life or their towns and cities. I don't actually want to go somewhere and be in misery. Missouri is rough because its neighboring states have profitable cities, so obviously there's more traffic there. I'm sure it'll have loads to offer in the future, but it needs to fix itself up a little bit first. And lastly, West Virginia. What do you think West Virginia is known for? Seriously, make a guess down below. Alright, ready? It's known for its coal distribution. Yes, the coal that Santa puts in your stocking when you're naughty. That doesn't seem like the best thing to be known for. Also, the crime rate has been skyrocketing the past little while, and we all just want to be safe when we're traveling. So maybe West Virginia isn't the right option. It's also sad when the locals aren't even proud to say that they're from there. Well, folks, that's our list of places you should never go to in the United States. Were there any on here that surprised you? Will you still venture out to one of these states? If you do, then let us know down below.